friends, my name is Rodia. Today we are going to learn how to create clicker game on Scratch. So firstly we're going to go to create, as always. So the first thing I usually do is create a background. So as for now, I'm just going to be making it a blue background. With darker blue stripes. Just going to keep on copying it and pasting it until it is done. Okay, so now that it is done, if you'd ask me, these lines look a little bit slanted, but whatever. So anyway, now that it is done, we're going to start making the actual whatever we're going to be clicking. So I don't really know what to add. I'm just going to steal this image of a Minecraft cookie because I'm going to steal an image of Minecraft cookie because I am too lazy to draw one by myself. Yes, if you are saving an image for Scratch, you have to check if it is web or whatever you, or however you pronounce it nowadays. If it is, then you can't use that image, sadly. I finally got PNG. Now I got an image. Cookie. We'll save it. And then I'll just not upload backdrop. You're going to press upload sprite, not backdrop, and then go to desktop. Click on cookie. And then so this cookie is a little bit too big for my liking, so I'm going to change it to 70. And now we're going to go to code and add the classic X0Y0. Add when flag clicked, and then add a forever. So I have to get some code from another project I made because I am too lazy to create it all over again. So this is it. So anyway, it is this. So yes, after that, I'm just going to explain what this does because most of you probably don't know. So basically what it does is that this is supposed to be one. So this part of the code, let me just take it out somehow. This part of the code, it is just to create the sine wave movement. You know how it moves down and up and down and up and like that. So this one and this one, you can't change it. This one, it is just for like where it's supposed to start, like a base Y position. So if you set it to 90, it's going to be very high. If you set it to negative 90, it's going to be really low. I'm just going to set it to negative 0. Negative 0 isn't a number, so I'm just going for 0. So the same for this one. And also here, this is multiplied by 3 to change like the intensity. So if you want it to be a lot of intensity, then you can just change it to 100. But you know, it's not very good like that. If you want it to be, you can't make it to be negative intensity because it's just going to be the same as positive. If you want its intensity to be low, you can press 1, and then it will only be spinning, and that's what we want. So I'm going to set it to 5, and I'm also going to set this one to 5. It's actually the same thing for this one, except that here this is the base direction and this is the intensity. Anyways, you don't actually need this anymore. So we're going to add, when this right clicked, there's more code I added over here. I'm just too lazy to recreate the code. So over here, this is kind of self-explanatory. So anyways, there's also this code which you're going to have to copy to change this. But anyways, for the sake of doing it, I'm not going to put this in my backpack again because yes. So this is actually a hover effect, but well, we need it for the extra glare. So I'm going to add one back click forever. Go to back layer. This is not actually necessary because we're going to be adding the upgrades at the bottom, but still. Oh yeah, 70. So next we're going to flag click forever. Go to back layer. I'm not going to add that. Then, and if touching mouse pointer, oh, where is it? If touching mouse pointer, then set size to 100, I guess. No, not set size to 100. Change size by 172. Minus size doing this is very annoying also. times 50. I wonder what happens if we divide 0 by 0. So as you can see, this happened, which is definitely not what we want. The size became 3 and everything is spoiled. Everything is not spoiled, but whatever. 70. I'm not going to touch it or else that's just going to happen again. So next we're going to add, oh no, this is supposed to be if else. So yes, change it to if else. Next, we're just going to duplicate it, change size, set size to 100 and change this to 0.7. It's supposed to be 0.50. I just couldn't see that it was 0.50. And now we have this very cool thing, except that it's not supposed to be 100. It's supposed to be 700. 87 and 70. That's very sad. Anyway, so now the clicking will actually work. But now this is just a cookie that we can click on. Where is all of the achievements and stuff? So next we're going to add when this bright clicked. After that we're going to add change my variable by 1. You don't need my variable. Change points by 1, yes. So anyway, so now we're just going to stick to using the variable. I actually have a number counter in my backpack, but whatever, I'm just going to explain how I made it. I cannot stand seeing that. So anyways, this is going to be 20 because I don't want to waste all the clones. Maybe 100. Yes, 100. So now this num spoke, it is just how many times it should repeat, so you can basically delete it. And yes, so here it is. So here when I start as clone, blah 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 blah, it is to change it to the number of points there are. So yes, you also have to copy all these costumes. I'm sorry. Also, to make this point sync, well, you should not make it perfect circle. This is actually a slightly deformed circle, but you just don't notice because I made it very slight. But anyways, now that we have this number counter that doesn't really look that good because it's too tiny, so now the size has to be 60. Hooray, now it looks much better. So anyways, this one is the amount of distance one should be from another one, but change it to 3 because the distance is too small. Oh no, I'm supposed to change it to 1. I'm going to change it to 1.5. I just have to figure out the correct amount of space to add. Still too much. Still too little. 1.8 maybe. There, that is perfect. Anyways, so now the thing that's going to finish it up is adding achievements. So first we're going to have to go to cookie and maybe set the Y to something higher, like 10, not high enough. 50, too high. 40, still too high. 35, yes. Then paint. Nobody likes using paint nowadays. They just steal it from somewhere, so yes. Button. No, not this kind of button. Empty button. Yes, this is what I mean. So empty pixel button. Yes, this looks good, I think. Anyway, so I'm just going to take one. I guess this one, because it has many buttons. Save image as. But no, not these buttons. I can't use them. Save image as. I'm just going to pause the video. I'm going to replay it again when I find good buttons. So anyways, this is the buttons I'm going to use. So it came with background, sadly, and you know everyone hates backgrounds nowadays. So anyways, I'm going to take these two buttons. I'm going to copy them, then I'm going to delete everything, and then I'm going to paste them again. So now I'm going to erase part of it. So now that I'm done, I'm going to copy this button, paste it here. I'm going to have to copy this. Oh, I realized I haven't actually pasted the button yet. So next, I'm going to make the button bigger. And I think this is big enough. I'm just going to change it from this place because, yes. So anyways, I'm going to put this here. And then I'm going to write text on it that says, more cookies. I'm going to eyedrop this and make it the color darker, and then just going to align it. So then I'm going to change these fonts. There, this one matches it perfectly. So next, I'm also going to copy the second one. Copy, delete this sprite, paste. Then I'm going to put it in the middle. I'm going to turn on this because you guys probably don't have Scratch add-ons. Otherwise, most like the people that are new here probably don't have it. Because I've told all my viewers to install Scratch add-ons before. So if you've been watching my channel for some time, then you probably do have Scratch add-ons. But as for the people that don't have Scratch add-ons, then I recommend that you install it so that you can get the correct size for this. So anyways, here I'm going to make the brightness to be darker. Okay, so anyways, ignore the fact that these images are so low quality. I can't find any other ones. After that, we're going to create another variable called points per second. Okay, so now we have this, and we're going to create another number counter first because I have only 100 clones left. So anyways, now I'm going to add when flag clicked forever, if then else. So here I'm going to add set color effect to 0, and then I'll add another one. Then I'm going to change both of these to ghost effects, and then I'm going to change this one to 50, and this one I'm going to leave it as 0. Then I'm going to add this less than. Then I'm going to change this to, I'm going to leave it as 50. And then I'm going to add another variable, which is going to be the points. So yes, now it is had a little bit of opacity. So next, I'm going to add a when the sprite clicked, and I want to copy this. And this time I'm not going to use if points is less than 50. I'm going to use if points is greater than 50 or greater than 50. I'm going to change this to 49. Then I'm going to delete both of these set ghost effects. And then I'm going to add a switch costume to costume 2, and also in the when flag clicked, but here it's supposed to be costume 1, else switch costume to costume 1, costume to costume 2, and then going to add a change my variable by 1. I thought I deleted my variable before. Change point per second by 1, and then I'm going to delete my variable yet no, not really. Delete my variable yet again. So after that, we are basically finished, except that there's only one upgrade And also we haven't actually edited this, so I'm going to add another one flag clicked. Then I'm going to add forever, wait 1 second, change points by points per second, and also set points per second to 0 at the beginning. So now we are finished, except that there's only one upgrade and we don't need only one, we need more than one upgrade. Oh, and also here we should also add a switch costume to costume 1, and a wait 0.1 seconds. Yes. And also add a, and also here to prevent it from glitching, you should add a change points by -50 so that the amount of points can actually decrease. Then you can just duplicate these more cookies sprites and just add more upgrades. So now I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to change this text to liquor, and also the second one. So yes, this one I'm going to change it to 100, and this one to 99. I'm also going to change this one to -100, and this one to 10. So you do the last thing for the last button. Just change the name. So this one is going to be named uh 10 cookies. And I'm going to change this to 500, which changes to 199, which changes one to -500, and I'm going to change this one to 20. So anyways, now our clicker game is finished. You can also add a clicking sound effect or something, and you could also add effects in the background. I'm going to teach you how to do that in part 2 because now part 1 has already gotten too long. So anyways, that is the end of today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell. Bye.